coming to you live from the Seaport, brought to you by Patron in New York City on this Feel Good Friday. Perfection starts with Patron. Draft, folks, it's going to be here before we know it. Hard to believe. So Mel Kiper Jr. has released his latest big board rankings, and this draft class is stacked with quarterback talent. Kiper's top 5 quarterbacks start with Shedeur Sanders at number 1, followed by Miami's Cam Ward at number 2, Ole Miss's Jackson Dart at number 3, and rounding out the top 5 are Jalen Milroe and Kyle McCord. All right, Mike T, you're on deck first. Who's the best quarterback in this draft?
Well, if we can't get Cam Newton, we have to go with Cam Ward. And just came back from Mobile. We saw a couple of those quarterbacks down at the Senior Bowl. But here's why I like Cam Ward, guys. First of all, he got better and better and better. He's 6'2", 220. This is ridiculous. He had 74 completions of 20 yards or more. But one of the ways you have to assess a quarterback in this day and age with so many plays going behind the line of scrimmage is his yards per pass attempt, which is outstanding. It's 9.5, which was 4th best in the country. So what that tells me is he can get the ball down the field, consistently. He's gotten better. I like Shedeur Sanders. What I like about Shedeur is he can make all the throws. He could drive the ball. He has great touch. But I just think when you look at the body of work, the size of the players, the athleticism, the whole package, I would take Cam Ward over Shedeur and kind of flip the order that Mel has it in.
Yeah, it's all subjective. It just depends on who you ask, when you ask him, and how you ask him. But in reference to quarterback play, I don't even really go about statistics, especially in college. I've seen a long line of guys that's been drafted in this league, and they've been drafted off of hype and speculations of, they have this word that they call ceiling. Well, his ceiling is here, so I judge a quarterback on one merit. Did you win? Does guys go to war with you? And do you have a game in college that can preview what's to come in the league? When I see a lot of quarterbacks that get drafted extremely high, those questions are the ones that I ask most. Did you prove to us and everybody that's watching you that, hey, he put his heart on the table for display, and that's what we're going to get at this next level? All to say, is it Cam Ward? Talent-wise, I do think Cam Ward is more talented than Shedeur. But if I'm Shedeur, that's not, guys go to war with you, and do you have a game in college that can preview what's to come in the league? When I see a lot of quarterbacks that get drafted extremely high, those questions are the ones that I ask most. Did you prove to us and everybody that's watching you that, hey, he put his heart on the table for display, and that's what we're going to get at this next level? All to say, is it Cam Ward? Talent-wise, I do think Cam Ward is more talented than Shedeur. But if I'm Shedeur, that's not something to shun away from. I wouldn't want to go to Nashville if I was Shedeur. I would want to go to the Giants.
Yes! Fired up, baby. Here we go. New York Giants. And now is Deion the coach or no?
No.
We're keeping Dable as a coach. I'm just throwing it out there. We're keeping Dable as a coach.
Who am I? I don't know.
Talk to me
anything
about why you think Shedeur should go to the New York Giants.
It's a perfect fit. It's a perfect fit, that aura. Now, the thing that I do love about Shedeur is his ability to not be wavered by, hey, he's this, he's that. Yeah. Hey, you've been, whatever you want to say about him. His aura is engulfing.
Yeah.
Yep.
That can be intimidating. And when you think about all the teams in the league, there's a certain amount of teams, a handful of teams that will embody that and say, hey, I can see everybody in New York doing this.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
Shedeur has poise and a maturity about him that's really rare and special. My biggest concern about Shedeur, though, is actually sustainability. He was sacked 42 times in Colorado. We know about their offensive line, and you worry about, boy, if that happens at the next level, how long could he survive? He is extremely talented. I think he has great intangibles, as you said, Cam. And again, it's not a knock on Shedeur. I just think when you look at the overall skill set, I just think Cam Ward is much more consistent than Shedeur is.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of things. Number one, appreciate Cam being so thoughtful and entertaining Molly because she's about the only person on the planet that gave a damn about the Giants right now. So entertaining questions about the Giants. Congratulations to you. Very thoughtful of you, Cam, on that, because there's only one person that cares about the Giants right now, and it's Molly. Having said all of that,
I have a lot to say, but I'll let you speak because it's your turn to speak.
Thank you, because I haven't spoken.
I'm biting
yet,
my
you know what I'm saying, but that's okay.
Go ahead.
Here's the deal. Cam Ward should be at the top of this list. And I say that hesitantly, but nevertheless, I'm going to agree with Mike T on this. Shedeur has all the intangibles, and we love the poise. We love the pedigree. We know where he gets what he has from. He can make the requisite throws. He can chunk up some yards on the ground, but he's not that mobile. So listen to what they say about him. His arm is not that strong. He's not that mobile, but he's a winner. He finds a way to get things done. You know, that's the kind of stuff that we've said about the Brock Purdy's of the world and others. Obviously, I think Shedeur is an upgrade from that athletically, but nevertheless, that's what we're talking about here. When you look at Cam Ward, 67% of his passes completed, 4,313 yards, FBS best 39 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, played 5 years in college. 5 years. In that time span, 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. We can't ignore that. And so he has size, he has arm strength, he has all of those different things. And so when you look at it from that standpoint, let's say you're talking about Cleveland, let's say you're talking about Tennessee, let's say you're talking about New York. I think you have to take those confines into consideration as opposed to somebody playing indoors or somebody playing in confines like Los Angeles, for example. I think those things have to get taken into consideration. And your size, your durability, your arm strength, I think those things have to come into play when you talk about playing in inclement weather in the National Football League against grown men.
Just one thing. It's just one thing that it needs to be said.
Okay.
The obvious. The biggest knock on Shedeur is, can somebody else coach Shedeur? And will he be receptive to that?
Okay, that to be continued because we got to hit the top of the hour. When we come back here on First Take, obviously much more beat on the bone. We'll be talking draft all the way till April, so we'll have plenty of time. Who's the best quarterback? Actually, we're talking signal callers, and we'll be looking at Patrick Mahomes. Plus, Joe Burrow has undeniable talent, but is he an elite quarterback? Chris Canty not shying away from his hot take on the Bengals quarterback. Don't miss that. Sorry, guys, just having to cut everybody off today. Everyone's going to be mad at me on YouTube.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay, mình sẽ lại đi tô màu những bức tranh con vật, động vật và những bức tranh phong cảnh gì đấy cho các bạn xem nha. Đây là những bức tranh mà mình đã tô màu xong rồi này các bạn ạ. Ở đây là trên bàn của mình còn rất nhiều những sản phẩm của mình đã chuẩn bị tô màu này các bạn đây. Mà tô màu thì không thể thiếu được những hộp sắt màu này. Đây, những chiếc màu đầy màu sắc này các bạn ơi. Và bây giờ các bạn hãy cùng theo dõi mình tô màu cho sản phẩm nha. Xin chào tất cả các bạn. Hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn cắt và dán gì đây, lọ keo cho các bạn. Bây giờ mình sẽ in này các bạn.